Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm gonna do start my weekly reading vlog for what is it, May 19th through the what is it, the 25th? Something close to that. Anyway, whatever Saturday's gonna be next week. So last week's vlog was really long, so I apologize for that. If you don't like those, if you like them, it took forever to load that thing. I will never do that again. That was really, really long. I should have split it, but by the time I got to the end of the week, it just kept adding. I was already past the hour mark. Anyway, so hopefully this week's going to be a lot shorter. I hope to get a lot of reading done this week, but who knows? I have to work again this week. I read more when I have work to structure my day. When I have days off, I don't read very much. I think we've established that. I just got back from grocery shopping with my brother. This is Sunday, as I said, the 19th. So, I just got back. I'm going to leave here in a few minutes to go to my great aunt's for a couple hours. And then I will come home and do all my chores to get ready for the week. I might stop at the library because I think I have something came in on a hold. I can't remember what I asked for. I don't remember. It's some book I wanted to try. I don't think it's one I'm going to get to. I have like 3 or 4 books out from the library already, which is more than I've had most this year. And then I have quite a few mangas, which don't count because those are quick reads, but I still need to do those. So what I'm in the middle of, I am still in the middle of the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting Volume 2. So I read half of it a couple of days ago, so I do want to complete that. I am in the middle of Pucking Around by Emily Rath, which is the first book in the Jacksonville Rays hockey romance. This is a wide shoes. So I'm just under half. I just couldn't make it to the halfway point. And then I didn't touch this at all. I didn't read anything yesterday, so because of stress levels and stuff. So I'm hoping to I would like to get a good chunk of this done today. We'll see. And then my audiobook on deck is Any Duchess Will Do by Tessa Dare, which is book 4 in the Spindle Cove series. And I'm hoping to, if I don't get back into this today, because I'm about a quarter of the way through, I will listen to it at work on Monday or to and from work, whatever. I have so many books out from Libby right now that I need to start getting through them. And this last week, I just didn't listen to too much. So I do want to get back to this. So that's kind of where I'm at. Reading wise, when I finally get to it, I'm hoping this afternoon, I'll get to it. I kind of want to play Animal Crossing too, because I didn't play that yesterday. I was just so stressed out with them here and things happening. So we'll see. And I have so many books left on my TBR that I'm not getting to, and books I want to pick up just because I bought them and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's going to be interesting. So I'm hoping this week will be a little better on the filming of not quite so much rants about construction. As I said, we'll see how it goes. I just need to get through this. So, anyway, I thought I'd just check in and, start the vlog. So, here we go. I'll be back in probably several hours before I film anything else after this morning and, when I get home. Maybe when I've read something, we'll see. Hey, so it is about 12:20 and I'm in line to get some fast food. I did pick up pizza for later tonight, but from Papa Murphy's. But I did pick up a library book, The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Kist. I read her Reluctant Immortals last year and enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it enough. And this is supposed to be a haunting one about 3 girls or 3 women who, when they were girls, I think something happened and they were the only survivors or something. I think I saw this on Kayla at Books and Lala. Anyway, so I might try that. We'll see. Again, too many library books, so I'm going to try it and see if I want to read it later. I don't know if I'm going to get to it right now. So anyway, but that's kind of my update. That was a library book because I could not remember what I had at the library. I'm like, what did I ask for? I asked for that. So we'll see. It's pretty short though, so I might be able to read that this next week. It's like under 250, so we'll see. Anyway, later. Okay, so it's about 1:40. I did just finish the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting Volume 2. I really enjoyed this. The author is Sukiya, and translated by Jenny McKeon or something. Anyway, yes, that's Cooper, and Truman is up on. So I really enjoyed this. Again, it's definitely one I'm going to continue. I think I know the library at least has 5 volumes, so I did ask for 3 and 4 because both of them are available. 5 was not, so I'll at least get the next 2. And this, I think it goes up to 9, so I don't think they're all out yet. So this might be a series that I catch up on, and then I have to wait for the books to come out. But I'll have to check. I didn't look that deep into it. Again, this is just a fun because it has the kind of mafia guys who are taking care of the boss's daughter, and there's, you know, some family things going on in the family. There's some things that people are dealing with, and then it's kind of showing their past a lot of, you know, how violent some of them were and then how things are changing as they grow older, and then she's kind of like in the middle of it, learning about them, and then how they interact. I just think it's cute. It's just been cute. Nothing too serious so far. I mean, there's some stuff in the backstory that's kind of sad. So, but I've liked it so far. So I definitely just asked for 3 and 4 from the library. So I will see. As I said, I need to find out what if maybe just the library doesn't have the last ones. Oh, I hope not. I'll have to check. As I said, I thought it was like 7 or 9 volumes, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check. But there was only 5 at the library. So I'm just going to read those first and see what happens. So anyway, I read one of those. So far, that's all I felt like. Yes, kitty. Cooper. I don't know. I'm still not in a reading mood. Or reading of, I don't know, of what I have going. I kind of want to start some of my library books. This is bad. Again, I'm in the middle of that huge hockey white shoes romance, but my brain is just not going there. So we'll see what happens. I might read more manga, because I do have, let's see what I have. Oops, sorry, I had to reach for it. So I do have Kakurio, Bread and Breakfast for Saints, which I heard was good. I picked up Goblin Slayer. I don't know anything about these. And Flying Witch is a novice witch. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that one. So I might read these today because that's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. We'll see what happens. I do have the second one of Goblin Slayer because they had those at my library when I picked these other ones up. The other one's all I asked for to come in. That one I just picked off the shelf. So anyway, I might read more of those. I am doing laundry, so I'm trying to get that done, which I think it just clicked off, so I need to go move stuff. But at least I got one of my library books done and something finished today, which I wasn't expecting. Kitty, get away from my drink. Sorry. He just... I have to block my straw. I got a Slurpee earlier that is pretty dead, actually, but I drink them so slow. Like, that's why I always get cold drinks. Is because I drink everything so slow. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Okay, I'll check in when I read something else. Okay, so I think I am going to read the manga here pretty soon, or try them, but I decided to try some of the library books that I got, because I can't read all these right now. So, one library book I haven't tried yet, but the other 3 I tried that I have physically, and 2 of the 3 I want to read. So we'll see what happens. So let's talk about the one that I just read 30 some pages of, because I just got kind of sucked into it. And again, I shouldn't like this one because it's a second chance romance, but is Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. So I'm not sure about this one. I still want to read it though. I read more of it. So I read 31 pages, and I so far like the setup of, I can't remember her name now. Violet. She doesn't have, she's like doesn't have magic, but her triplet sisters, they both do, and one of her sisters is like kind of the head witch, or going to be. She's the heir apparent to their grandmother, and she's about to marry one of the alpha wolves. And then Lincoln is Violet's ex-boyfriend from high school, where they were going to go off together. They were going to leave everything behind, and he kind of dumped her without telling her what happened. And something was with his father that made that happen, but we don't know that side of the story. He just didn't contact her and tell her. So they meet at this, engagement party kind of thing between her sister and the other alpha wolf. And I think it's going to go from there. I think both of them need to have mates for some reason, so it's going to be a fake mate or fake dating situation. And again, it's second chance romance. So I'm not sure how I feel about this yet, but I'm not ready to give up on it. So I'm going to I read 2 chapters. I'm going to read at least a couple more and see if I want to keep that from the library. I tried The Haunting of Vankwood from Gwendolyn Keast. So this one, I only read a few pages when I first got home, and I already want to read it. So I don't know still anything more about it than what I said before, about something happened on this street with a few houses in some suburb, and there's only a few people who survived, and I can't remember if people turned into ghosts or something happened. Something disappeared. I don't know if the houses disappeared or something disappeared. So anyway, I still want to read this one. So I'm definitely going to try. I don't know when I'm going to read that one, but that one's still, yes, I'm going to read that. And then the one I just tried that I'm not going to keep is The Only Purple House in Town by Anne Greer, I think is how she says her name. I'm not positive about how that name is said. I have tried 4 books by her now. I got this from the library because I saw this when I was with Lindsay from Lindsay Reads when we were at Barnes & Noble, and it sounds really good because, again, she inherits a house, and she is the one who is kind of the misfit of the family, and so she's not successful, but I think her great aunt leaves her this house, and I think it's a B&B, but I didn't even read that far. I didn't mark it. I didn't even get to the end of chapter 1, which is only like 12, 14 pages. And I just disliked how this started completely. Like, I think it's just her writing style. Again, this is the 4th book I've tried from her, and I've DNF'd everything. So I think I'm done. I just love the premise of this because it was her doing this B&B, and then she has some outcast who, I think he has to come stay there, or she meets him at this place. Yeah, he ends up renting from her, and he's kind of a recluse, but working with computer apps or something. I'm not positive, but anyway, it sounded cute, but it didn't work for me. So this one's going back to the library next run. So that one's not going to happen. So, as I said, of these, I'm just surprised. I mean, this one I know I want to try, so maybe in a little bit. And again, so I just read a few pages. I didn't read very much of that when I got home, but I definitely want to read that. I still want to give that more of a shot. This one I might continue with soon, since I've already read, as I said, I've read 31 pages, and I'm going to read at least a couple more chapters before I make a final decision. But we're going to do that. And just to show you the other library book that I'm hoping to get to, hopefully end of this week, I'm hoping, or over the weekend, is going to be Necrobane by Danielle M. Ford, which is book 2 in the Warden series. The first book was The Warden that came out last year, and I really enjoyed that one. I think the series is called The Warden series, but I'm not positive. The first book, oh yeah, book 2 of the Warden series is right there in little teeny print. I didn't see that. Anyway, I don't like the new cover designs. I like the original cover for the first book. I don't like these new ones, but whatever. So this one is following, I can't remember her name, Alice or something, and she comes to stay in this small little town. It's kind of Twin Peaks / necromancy, and she comes to live there, and it's her getting to know the townspeople and dealing with some issues that pop up, and then something really explosive happens at the end of book 1. which I might go and reread that before I start this. But this is the book that I asked the library to buy for me to put on their collection, because I read it from the first time from the Warden. I read through them before I bought a copy of my own. So I will, yeah, see, this is the new cover of the Warden. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. And there is a sapphic romance in here, I believe. If I'm remembering this book right. God, I hope so. Anyway, I'm pretty sure. But again, they're really short. This is like under 300 pages, I think. Or just under. So I'm going to try to get to this one too. But that one, not today. Because I want to get through. Today's obviously go through my library books instead of reading Pucking Around. So, I think now I'm either going to read a little bit more of Not the Witch You Wed. We'll see. I might read a little bit more of that to see if I want to keep that. Or I might pick up one of the mangas. I just don't think Pucking Around is going to happen today. I think I'll have to wait till I go to work or during a work day and get back to that. I don't know why. My mood is all over the place. So we're just going to go with that. Anyway, that was my update. Why do I talk so much? Anyway. But that's all my library stuff that I have out right now. And I want to get through it so that I get rid of them again, because I have too many. I have all these library books, and then I also have 3 audiobooks from Libby right now. And I already pushed off 2 others this week, or last week sometime for, so they're going to come back again that I want to listen to, but I have to get through the ones I have. So I'm trying to clear out my library stuff, because this all kind of came at me too many all at once, because I let myself ask for more books. Anyway, so we're going to do that. Anyway, I'm dealing with that. That's where we're at. And again, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I should get some more read, right? Okay, so it is about 7:40, 7:45. I have done some reading. I had my pizza. I have lots of leftovers. Actually, that's probably going to be really soon for me to go put that away. I did read a couple more chapters of Not the Witch You Wed. So I think I'm going to continue with this. I don't know if this is going to be my next read, or I'm going to read this before getting back to Pucking Around, but I am enjoying this. I am enjoying even with the second chance romance part. I think it's because it's paranormal. I don't know, but it's working. This one's working better for me than some of the recent books I've read with that trope, or something like it. Anyway, so I'm enjoying that. I got about 72 pages in. I think that's pretty good. Then I decided to put those down for a little bit to try to go through that manga to decide. So I read Flying Witch Volume 1 by Shuhiro Ishizuka. So this one is the book 1 in this series, and it's pretty much like the premise is it starts out like kind of like Kiki's Delivery Service, in the way that a young witch goes to another town, and then she's supposed to train. She goes to some cousins to live with them and kind of starts going to school with them, and she and her cat are just kind of getting to know the neighborhood, and she does a few odd things because she's a witch. She can fly in with a broom, but not much else has really happened yet. It's really kind of a quiet story. There's just a few odd things that happen. Not enough for me. It's too light on the paranormal, or on the witchy side. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this. I don't think so, but it was good to try it, and I'm glad I did. And I did finish that. Then I tried Goblin Slayer by Kumo Kagai. Oh, I don't know how you say his name. But I did not like this. Actually, I detested this. I only read the first 2 issues within here, and it was the most annoying thing. So you have this teenage priestess who goes to join the Adventurers Guild, and she signs in, and of course she's the lowest level because she doesn't have any experience. She's young, and so she joins a group that wants to go out and kill some goblins who are killing and taking people. So these adventurers go, they're all youngins. They all think that they're so cool and so good. And of course they meet the goblins, and it goes really badly really quick. And as they're there, the Goblin Slayer shows up, who's an adventurer who is many levels above them. So the problem with this one, it was not the violence, nor the, you know, the no, the violence is a major thing in here. If you don't like violence, don't pick this up. It's definitely depicted. My problem was the sexual nature of some of the actions that happened when the adventurers are attacked, and it was ridiculous and stupid. And to me, it was just a young boy's wet dream kind of thing. It is not for me. Maybe it gets better. This one has like a lot of volumes. They had a ton of them at the library, and now I know why they were still at the library, because I wouldn't read this. So I had gotten this volume and volume 2 because they were at the library the last time I was there. And to try, well, they're both going back. This was a fail, and I will not be reading that one. I did not get very far, and I'm not going to continue that one. But then I picked up the Kakurio Bread and Breakfast for Spirits by Wako Ioka. So this was actually really good. I guess there's an anime on this too, I think. I'm not sure. I have to double check that. I think that's what I saw. But this was really fun. Like, I liked it. This is more kind of what I like. So this young woman, her grandfather kind of ran up a debt with these spirits in the spirit world, and she is taken to pay that debt. He wants her as his bride, his human bride, for more status, and she doesn't want that, so she is trying to find a job around this inn that that they're all at. And so far, I really enjoyed the characters in this, and things that are going. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. That's my pizza timer, so I'm gonna go quick here. So I'm really enjoying this. So I actually asked for the next couple ones of this one to come in as well. So because I like this one, so I asked for volumes of this one, and I asked for volumes of the other one. What is the other one I asked for? No, I think that's it. And then I think I got another manga I put on there that I wanted to try. So we'll see when those come in. They're all available, so it just takes time for it to travel to my library. Once they get there, I'll go get all my library books. But I'll take all these back. So I really like this one. So this was a good one. Anyway, so that's it. My timer's going to go off. So that's it for tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to read. Either the Not the Witch She Wed or Pucking Around. We will see. It's, as I said, I have 2 hours. We will see what I do. Anyway, I will check in tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Monday at just a little bit after 4:30. I just got home a few minutes ago. Cooper is right here, demanding my attention. Truman is over there. So they're both here. Cooper keeps putting his tail in my face. Anyway, and he's rubbing up against me. Anyway, so I got a text from the project manager. He's supposed to show up within the next hour. So that he can look at the work done in the garage, and we'll see how, if I can not get too upset about everything. So we'll see. Maybe there was a plan in place that I don't know about, that they are coming back and they're going to fix things or finish things, because it just looks unfinished and it's not really well done. So anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, so reading update. I read a little bit at work, Not the Witch You Wed. So I am at the halfway point finally. Yeah, I'm just at the halfway point. I just hit halfway. So I'm hoping to get a good chunk of this done today. I hope to at least get to the 2/3 mark, which is where my little green tab is, to be 2/3 of the way through the book. But I'm hoping to get past that. I'm not expecting to finish it because it would be 170 pages, and I don't think I'm going to read 170 pages tonight. So I hope to get at least a good portion of it, so tomorrow I could finish the book. I'm not listening to my audiobooks right now, so we will wait on that. I don't have anything on that. But I did... Okay, it's like an hour later. Sorry, he knocked on the door, and so then I was outside standing for 45 minutes. My feet are almost an hour, actually. It's really close to an hour we were out there. Anyway, talking about everything. Parts of it he explained, which, because we were not getting it fully, like, perfect, pretty looking out in the garage. We weren't paying for that. We just wanted it to be usable, some of the drywall stuff. So some of it is okay, but he was agreeing that there was some shoddy work, or they were rushing. They didn't make sure everything was covered, and there were some parts that were already falling apart. And then again, the windows, which I totally say was horribly done around the edges. He did say it would have been, if it had been a little cleaner, like on my brother's side, it was a little cleaner on the bottom, but the top was all messed up. And mine was the bottom's all messed up. So anyway, so some of it was explained away, some was not. He was not happy either. And then we mentioned, you know, all the trash, and then we talked about the cars. Yeah, so I might have to go get the scratch on the front of my car assessed. Part of it, again, rubbed out, but not the other part. So I guess I'll go check. I don't know if I'm going to make a big deal. I don't really want to make a big deal about it. But I might go get an estimate at least. And if it's just not too much, maybe I'll just pay for it. I don't know. We'll see. I still think they hit it because I rubbed off the marks right next to it. But there is a scratch too. So that goes part of my grill kind of thing. So again, it's not, you know, my car is not yet 4 years old. Anyway, so what I was going to say is, as I said, I haven't been listening to my audiobook. So, you know, I don't think tonight, my brain is already now changed from what I thought an hour ago. I am going to still try to read Not the Witch You Wed. Again, I'm still just I'm going to shoot for those 60 pages. Did I say 60? 70. Maybe it's only 50. I think it's 60. So I'm going to try to read the 60 pages, at least at the 2/3 mark tonight. I'm hoping I can at least do that. Cooper. Anyway, he's kneading on it, and it's... Anyway. But I did want to just put a really quick thing in here. I mean, we've done all that now. Now I'm tired. I'm going to eat some of my leftover pizza for dinner and just chill out. And I said, read a little bit and watch BookTube. I did buy a book, last night. And, again, it was on my gift card, so I still have money on my gift card. But I did buy a book last night, and I bought a book today. So, yeah, I'm using up the gift card. I still have some money left. So I think I have like 20... I don't know what I have. I have 20... I think I have like $25 at least left. I'll have to check me before I buy books again. But I took somebody's recommendation, talked about a couple other of this author's books, but I decided to go back to the first book that was an adult contemporary. Sorry, the cat keeps bumping me because he wants me to lay down on the couch. Anyway, it dropped in price, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to try this because everybody talks about her, and everybody's upset, is all excited about her new one. But I decided to go back and read Beach Read by Emily Henry. So again, this is probably one of those books I said I would never read, but because my contemporary mood, this is just weird for me. It's been 20 some years since I have read this much contemporary. I mean, I'll read some lit fic every once in a while that has something contemporary in it, but not like this. This is so weird. Anyway, but again, everybody talks about Emily Henry, and she's more on the contemporary side, which is I think more rom-com, paranormal, that kind of stuff for my contemporary romances. But I want to try her, and somebody was saying that either Book Lovers or A Funny Story. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to Beach Read is one of the ones that if I look at the synopsises, this is one of the ones I was always interested in. But I was like, I'm not buying contemporary, so I never did it. And then, as I said, Book Lovers and the new one, Funny Story, I'm interested in. So I think I'm going to try this. I don't think I'm going to try it right away because I just got it, and I am in the middle of I'm in the middle of one big contemporary, and I might still want to hit one more before the end of the month, but this is now, it's on my TBR. What a surprise. Anyway, so that's kind of it for right now. I don't think I'll have an update again today because, again, I'm just going to read Not the Witch You Wed. So I will probably come back tomorrow with wherever I'm at on things. Who knows? The way I'm going, I am all over the place. Like today, this morning, when I woke up, I wanted to pick up both Pucking Around and Second Right. And I'm like, no, I need to finish Not the Witch You Wed. It's just like my brain is like flicking back and forth. And I'm like, okay, I need to finish. I need to stop starting so many books. And then, because again, that's what happens with my mood reading. And sometimes I go through phases where I just start a lot of books, in over a few weeks. And then it takes me weeks for me to finally finish all the ones I've started. So I think, as I said, I'm back. I still have like 4 or 5 books that for sure I'm actively, like, I want to read. There's a lot of big books that I'm not. They're like on hold, but I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of my update. So I will, as I said, we got through the talking with the project manager. We'll see how that all goes. And I'm just going to relax now and hang out with Cooper and then Truman over in his box. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. You're being cute. You're being cute. Yeah? Truman? Oh, yes. Hey guys, so I finally got this thing working. Point is, it is Wednesday at 5 o'clock and I got home about 25 minutes ago. I had to get kitty food on the way home because I forgot on Sunday to buy that at the grocery store. So kitties are going to be okay. So I the project manager contacted me this afternoon saying the drywallers will be back. He's talked to them about everything and they're going to be back today at 4:30. So my brother and I changed our plans. Like, again, I came home right after that. I did get the kitty food, no choice, but he was going to go and do his car oil change, but he'll do that tomorrow. But anyway, so we got everything ready and they showed up, of course, 20 minutes late. So it was about 4:50 when they got here. Anyway, so they're here, they're working on stuff. Hopefully they're going to knock on one of our doors to tell us they're leaving. So I'll check in a little bit, go out there and check to see if the van is there. Or keep out. I did take my shoes off, but you know, just, I don't know, my feet hurt today. Anyway, okay, so that's my update on the house. Things are getting done. I'm not, as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be serviceable. And hopefully they're getting it to that point. So I did finish Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. I finished this on my second break, or, my last break of the day this afternoon. So I really overall enjoyed this. I'm distracted there, pounding and the cats are running. Sorry. The Second Chance Romance following again, a witch and a werewolf. And the paranormal has been out for a while and not too long, and they're both pushing against boxes that they're put in by being a witch or being a werewolf and things that they have to do. And both of them have like time limits of things that they have to find a mate or find someone to bond with by a certain point. And so they decide, even though this is a second chance romance and he ghosted her when they were 18 for reasons that she doesn't understand and he can't tell due to some magic. He's never tell, and this is like 15 years later, and they've run back into each other, and they decide things kind of work around to the little fake date or fake mate kind of thing, or work towards mating kind of thing. Like, so they're dating. And so it's them, getting to know each other again and getting kind of into each other's world and each other's, the stuff that they're doing for their jobs and political and stuff, and with those shifters and the witches and the things with their heritage and stuff. And, there's a lot of good things about this. I really, liked the characters overall. I had fun with this because, again, I'm not a big second chance romance person, but I like when it's a second chance romance where when they broke up, it really wasn't like, it wasn't that they were cruel, like the rule book. It was more that something happens that's they did things to make things happen, but they were doing it to protect someone or to do something different, or they are forced to kind of deal with the consequences of some other actions. So I liked this a little bit better because of that. Again, I like it when it's more external forces and not internal or interrelationship, which is why they break up. This one does have some spiciness to it, just a little bit, but it has like a couple of paragraphs and then it kind of fades to black. So this one isn't I would not say it's like a high spice. Like, I'm saying it's like a 2, like a 2 chili pepper kind of thing, which I don't ever use. Sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to explain it, but I feel like it got the sex scenes kind of got glossed over, which is fine. So it's more for somebody who is not reading, wants to read more explicit content. It just has a few things. I mean, it is Kitty and Cooper. They do, talk about sex and things like that, but I meant as in showing the actual actions. There, again, it's only like usually a few paragraphs, and then there's one scene that was a little bit longer, but they were pretty quick. So, I kind of called them glossed over sex scenes. Anyway, so I liked this. I didn't love it. I'm not sure I'm going to continue with this series. It is the Supernatural Singles series. I thought it was fine. I'm glad I got it from the library and I didn't pay for it because I don't think it's a book I will return to. I'm not sure I want to continue the series because I read the synopsis of what the next book is and I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like reading that. Cat! Cooper! Anyway, so I'm holding this together. Anyway, so I mean, I'm glad I read it. I'm glad it was a library book that I read and I'm gonna return now. It was just fun. Like, it was fun. If you want a paranormal, it's still pretty light, but its world building is more than, what was the other one I just read that had so little world building, with its paranormal? I just went out of my head because I don't want to think about it, I guess. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I'll come to it. It'll come back to me. Anyway, I enjoyed it enough. So, I did also start, an ebook, Bad Vampire by Lauren Dawes. This is the first book in the Kat Mackenzie novel. So this is like, the Supernaturals have just come out like within the last couple years or the last year. I can't remember what it is. And Kat has just become a cop, and on her first day on the job, her partner got killed. And so she totally kind of freaked her out and she wasn't able to respond. So she has a bad rap already with the cops because she didn't help couldn't do anything. She was just so scared of the supernatural elements. So she is actually now assigned to the PIG, or the Paranormal Investigation Group, I think is what it was, the acronym is. And so they don't want her there either because the humans don't want her because of what happened with her partner, and the Supernaturals don't want her because of what happened with her partner and what happened. So, and that she's human. So anyway, I only read about 26 pages of that over a little bit. I forgot to mention I had started that. So it was just an ebook I bought a little bit ago. I don't know who I saw reading that. And then I bought it because I had some credit. So I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. It's like it has like a 5-book series. So I don't know if it's finished. I didn't look at it that closely, but I'm just going to try this. It's kind of short. It's about 225 pages. So it's going to be my in-between book. Cooper, you're driving me crazy. So now that I'm home and waiting for them to get done, I'm either going to pick up Pucking Around or I'm going to pick up Second Right. I'm not sure. I'm really in a paranormal mood, so I'm kind of wondering if I should just go back to this one. But I also really want to finish this one because I'm almost halfway through and I still have 300 and, I don't know, 300, what did I say? 340 pages of this book. This one I have 320, but I'm only 60 pages. So I don't know. I'm going to pick one of these. I haven't decided what I want to do. This is just going to be, when I run, like, I read a few pages because I ran out. I finished mine on my break. I finished a little early on this, so I had some time. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, that's my update. Sorry, that was kind of long. I just talk a lot. And my cats were distracting, and the hammering outside every once in a while was distracting. So, but progress is made. And we will see what I pick up. And I didn't pick up an audiobook at all today. I just don't know if this week is going to be an audiobook week at all, which is kind of sad because I have audiobooks from the library that I need to get through. Although I am really thinking about just picking up Any Duchess Will Do physically and just read it. So we'll see how I might pick up this next. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Anyway, that's my update. I will come back. I got a book. I forgot. Okay, so this one is another one of those pre-orders I did this year. So it seems most years most of my pre-orders are books in series that I'm already reading or books by authors I've already read. And then there's always like a spattering of new to me authors. And this year I said my pre-orders are out of control. So I need to stop buying books normally and just read what some of the pre-orders I got. So I pre-ordered The North Wind by Alexander Warwick, which is talking about a mortal woman, an ageless god, a union that will save the world or destroy it. So I think that this is a 4-part series where one book each is on a direction. So I think that the next book comes out at the end of this year or early next year. I can't remember. And I can't remember if it was the West something. I don't remember. But I just know that I don't know how they're connected. So this one is inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone and enemies to lovers fantasy romance. And that's about all I know. I don't know anything else. So this one I definitely want to pick up. I'm hoping to pick this up during June when I'm gonna attempt the amazing readathon done by Bree at 4 Paws in a Book. I've kind of signed up for that, and I'm a little worried about setting myself up for somebody who puts out for a readathon that puts out prompts every few days, and you have to read books like quickly, and like the books that go to those prompts, which I'm a super big mood reader, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. But this is one of the books that I bought not thinking of that, but I'm like, oh, I could definitely, this is one of the fantasy romance books I want to read. I could read this one because it's not super long. It's about 440 pages. So I don't know. We're going to try this. I have not pre-ordered the second book. I have it on my list of books that I have to read them first before I can make a decision about the series before I can pre-order the next one, because I have to stop my getting books in series, this second book, when I haven't even completed the first book. Case in point, pucking around. Anyway, point is that that's my new book. Anyway, so I have talked too much. Anyway, that's it for today. I will probably check tomorrow and we'll see where we're going. If my library holds come in for all that manga that I asked for, I will go to the library tomorrow. If they don't come in, then I will wait till Thursday. So tomorrow might be a library haul. We will see. They're making a lot of noise out there. But really quick, I totally forgot that the reason why this to me is a lower rating than some other paranormals I've read that is, has the romance in it is the third act breakup was ridiculous to me, considering things that had happened earlier. And then there was some good stuff in the end. I did like that, but there was that it just didn't make any sense. Really not enough, really, considering everything that and it made me I didn't read it closely enough, but to me it didn't seem like it should have been that big a deal. And then something that had been a problem through the whole book was kind of resolved a little too simply and easily. And it could have been so different. That third act without the breakup, I don't really need that, but it could have been like a conflict with something to do with that, and it would have been so much better. So I feel like there was a missed opportunity. So I did want to throw that in here. Sorry. One last thing. Which is, again, why I don't know if I'm going to continue with the series, because I feel like there's missed opportunities. But as I said, overall, still, it was a fun book. Anyway, sorry, had to add that. Hey guys, so it is now Wednesday at about 5:20, and I've been home just for a little bit. I just had dinner because I was really hungry for some reason. I don't think I took enough for lunch. Anyway, so I am home. I did have to run the forklift twice today. Oh my gosh, that was so nerve-wracking. The first time was really hard because it was the first time I'd been on there since the training. And who was walking up as I was getting it ready? It was the trainer was there with one of the other supervisors. They were coming for a different reason to the shop. But I asked him if he would stick around just to watch me, because again, I had asked one of the guys to watch me, but I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do this. I got to break. I got to just do this. And so I went through everything and he helped me remember things. And then, because again, it's been almost 2 weeks since I had the training and I didn't remember all the little details. So I got on it. I got the pallet off the truck and I put it down, and then they did a safety audit on me, which was fine. It was one of those things. That's why they were coming up to the shop. They were going to go and talk to one of the other guys to get them on a safety audit, but because they saw me, they stuck around and watched. Anyway, so that was, yeah, I made it through. It was fine. It was stressful. And then later, so that was in the morning. And then about mid-afternoon, another truck came and I had to do it. I got another one of my coworkers to come and watch me. And he was really good about explaining things that the other guy, I mean, again, the trainer was really good at telling me what to, reminding me when I wasn't if I needed to move a little bit or do something, and be encouraging. And so was this guy. So it was really nice of him. Anyway, but he said, you have to help me. There's nobody else here. Anyway, so we got that one off. And of course, the whole swing shift crew is just about to go on, and they're all standing there. They're all watching me from the it was so bad. No one said anything. No one laughed at me or clapped or anything. Like they just watched. I felt so embarrassed. Anyway, but I made it through. So I did it twice today, which is pretty good. So kudos to me. Anyway, so of course I let myself buy some dinner because it was stressful today. Anyway, I'm gonna get better. It's just that first time back on was really scary because again, it'd been 2 weeks, and so yes, my forklift drama continues. Anyway, but I think I did fairly well considering they were easy loads though. They were very easy things to get off. If they had been any harder, I would have had to ask somebody else to help me because I wouldn't have been able to do it. Anyway, but we're in the learning curve. Anyway, so that was my day at work. To offset that, I started reading Physically Any Duchess Will Do by Tessa Dare. I just didn't care for the audiobook enough to listen to it. I'm not in an audiobook mood, or I wasn't for this. Some books just, doesn't translate to what I want to listen to. And I guess, this historical fiction just wasn't doing it, but it's not the book's fault. And it wasn't the narrator's fault. They were fine too. I really think it was just, I wanted to read it physically. Because I've read most of these physically. Not all of them, but some of them. I've read half and half, actually, of this series. But I'm enjoying this. So I'm about 200, what did I get to? 200, about almost 220. So I have about 150 left. So I'm going to try to get at least that another 100 done. If I have 50 pages left for tomorrow, that's fine. I can read that on my breaks. But I do want to get progress. I want to finish this tomorrow if possible. Because, again, it's another one of those books that I started, I think, 2 weeks ago. And I haven't finished because I keep putting other books in front of it. And for some reason, this is just calling to me. I really think it's because of Bridgerton. Again, I can't see it because I don't have Netflix. So I just keep seeing things on social media. And, again, I read the Bridgerton books 2 years ago, I think. I read all of them. Was that 2 years ago? 2 or 3, yeah, it was, I don't know what year it was. It was a couple years ago when I read them all. So I'm really kind of want to reread some of them just because they've been showing up. But I thought I better read the ones that I haven't read, books on my TBR that are Regency. So, so far I'm really enjoying this. Again, we're following Pauline, who is, oh, hold on. My mom's calling me. Okay, I don't know. My mom had to get off. Somebody else called her right at the same time, so she'll get back to me. Anyway, really quick, Pauline is asked to pretend to be learn to be a duchess by the Duke's mother, who wants him to get married and have grandkids, and he is paying her to go the week to kind of show that his mother cannot make her duchess material in a week, and to leave him alone and stop matchmaking him. And it's really funny. Again, most of Tessa Dare's stuff is, there's stuff that's behind. They have like she has a really horrible home life, and he has something in his past we don't know yet what happened that had kind of changed his attitude for stuff. There is hinted, but we don't know yet what it is. And I have guesses, but I'm not going to say anything. So anyway, so they're getting close together. They're having things that are going on. His mother's trying to matchmake them. It's really cute. Anyway, again, I love the Spindle Cove series. They're just fun. Historic or Regency romances. And again, I'm trying to get this series done this year. This is on my list of ones I want to finish. So again, this is book 4. And then I have a novella, and then book 5, which crosses over with it would be also book 4 in Castles Ever After. So I'm not sure how that book's going to go, but as I said, I really want to get this done at least this month. And then I have a novella and a book left. And then I'm done with these, I'll finish 2 series off, which is because just not finishing series. That's a good goal. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying this. I'm hoping to get a good chunk of it done tonight. I don't expect to finish it because, I'm just distracted with the television, but I figure I'm hoping to finish it by tomorrow. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's it. I did not touch Pucking Around this today. I read 60 pages last night. Really enjoyed it, but it's like it's so long that I have to take breaks from it because it's just forever long. Like it's just, I don't know. I'm not sure I like long contemporaries. I mean, I have enough trouble right now with long fantasies. Long contemporaries are kind of hard. So, and then, so I don't know what I'll finish, if I'll go back to pucking around after this. I might read another section and then pick up my other books. I'm hoping to pick up a different audiobook because this audiobook it wasn't the audiobook's fault. I just didn't want to listen to historical romance on audio this week. So I'm going to give that back to my library so other people can listen to it. Well, I don't think anybody was on hold for it, but anyway, I'm going to finish it physically. And then Staked, I'm going to, by Kevin Hearn, the 8th book in the Iron Druid series, I'm going to try to get to. So anyway, that's where we stand for Wednesday. So we'll see what happens. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't know. I'll check in. I'm not going to finish anything tonight probably, so I'll probably check in with you tomorrow. So I did stay up. It's about 10:30, so I'm about 30 minutes late from going to bed, but I did finish Any Duchess Will Do by Tessa Dare. I really enjoyed this one. Again, this is book 4 in the Spindle Cove series. I'm glad I continued this came back to this series this year, and I'm trying to finish out the books. I have, again, a novella and a book after this, so I hope to get to them during the summer at some point. I'm probably not going to pick it up again, another one for a couple months, I would think, unless I pick up the novella for some reason sooner rather than later. But I really enjoyed this one. This is probably one of my favorites of the series, just because I liked the whole, not quite Cinderella, but like he asked, his mother wants her to show that she can change anybody into a duchess so that he'll get married, and it's just so cute in some parts of it. And there were some hard things in here too, and near the end and stuff. So I still loved all the characters. We got a little glimpses of some of the other characters from other books, but not very many in this one. But I really enjoyed it. I liked the way it turned out, and again, it was good. I really enjoyed it. So I'm glad to have made progress on that and actually really enjoyed that one. That's, as I said, I think it might be my favorite of the series. Not sure, but I think it's pretty high on my ranking. So I really did enjoy that. So I don't know what I'm going to read tomorrow. If I feel like pucking around or I feel like second right. I might take both books because I don't know what I want to read on my breaks, but I might start Staked by Kevin Hearn. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to give you a really quick brief that I stayed up, yes, because I was about 45 pages from the end. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay up and finish. So I did. It is a quick read. So if I would just focus earlier in the evening, I would have got done earlier, but it's just so distracting when I first get home. Look at my phone too much. I need to stop that. Anyway, I will check in with you tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is Thursday afternoon. Well, it's 5:30 or so. Right now I'm fighting off Cooper just isn't getting into my stuff because, again, I'm talking not to him. Anyway, today was kind of a normal day at work. It was quiet though, and then I did have to get on the forklift twice. And of course I found out today that they're doing some project at work, so that's why there's so much stuff being ordered. And I'm like, well, no wonder I'm having to go out there all the time. It's all the heavy stuff for another department. And I'm like, Anyway, I made it through. I'm getting better, but it's still nerve-wracking. Anyway, the forklift saga continues. Anyway, so after that, I did start Staked by Kevin Hearn today. It was an audiobook. I started it at work because I brought a book with me and I thought, oh, I'll read that. And then I just didn't feel like it. So I listened to the audiobook while I was doing some recycling of all the boxes. And I was like, oh, well, I wanted to read this because, again, I'm really enjoying the Iron Druid series. This is book 8. So I wanted to continue. So I got to about 145, so just under half. I think it's like I'm so close, like to the halfway mark. I think that's what it said. Yeah, it's just over, I think it's just over 3. Actually, let's here, look. It's exactly 300 pages. So I'm 5 pages short of halfway. So I'm pretty close. Anyway, this is just continuing on with Atticus, who is considered the Iron Druid, and his the people that he that we've met in the other books. I don't want to say anything to give away, but man, I just love the way the world building in here is, of all the mythology, all the different ones, and how they how in his world they all cross and know each other. It's kind of weird. It's just fun. And right now, a lot of the characters are all on their own little quests, and it's all happening at the same time. So we're getting 3 point of views that are doing different things in different places. This is just a fun series. I've really enjoyed it. I was thinking about it on the way home, just even though I was listening to the book, that this is not like a perfect series, but it's not like, it's just a good straight 4-star series for me. Like I'm enjoying it. Every time I do pick up a book and I get into it, I really enjoy it. I haven't had any major issues with many of the things in here, and I'm really curious to see how this will go. And as I said, this is book 8 of 10, and then there's quite a few novellas that I still need to read. So again, I'm reading it in order. So again, book 8. So I'm really enjoying that. So I am reading that, but I don't know physically what book I'm going to pick up right now for tonight. I'm just going to be honest. I did stop at the library and I picked up the books that I had on hold. And then I picked up a whole bunch of other ones. I don't know why I did this, because I'm trying to get myself not to do this, to take out things, but I thought I would try a few of these. One of them I can't even read. I don't know why I picked it up, because I haven't read the first book in the series, and I picked up the second book, so I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, so one of the books I put on hold to try was Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I just wanted to try a golf romance, just because my family's into golf, and so I watch a lot of it when I'm with some parts of my family. So I just remember that he's having rough times, and I don't know if his the person who walks with them, I can't think what their name are. I think he quits or something, and then he has this one fan who thinks he's really great, and she becomes the one who goes, I can't think what you call it. It was there and it was gone. I had that word, and then whatever. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. And I've not tried any Tessa Bailey, and I wanted to try one. This was the only one so far that has made me want to try one. I also picked up The Emperor and the Endless Palace by Justinian Huang. And this one, I've heard such mixed reviews on it. But it's been one that's been on my wish list kind of thing since I heard about it, because I know it's kind of a love story through time of some sort. So I don't know anything beyond that. It's kind of what I know. I just want to try it. So I got that. I also found another contemporary that I wanted to try, which is When Grumpy Met Sunshine by Charlotte Steen. Have I seen anybody read this? I don't know, but I saw this when it was coming out. And it had to do, I think, an ex-soccer player or football player in this. Maybe this is a UK one. I'm not sure, but it says football, but it's soccer. For us in the US, why we have the different word for it, I don't know. Anyway, point is that he, I think he's trying to write his biography for some reason, and he gets this, a ghostwriter to help him. And I think it's a grumpy, he's the grumpy and she's the sunshine. So anyway, I thought I would try that. And then the one I shouldn't have picked up, because I haven't read the other one. I've only read the first chapter, because I tried it one time when I tried a couple of books a couple months ago, and I meant to continue it. I just haven't. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to read it sometime in June for that readathon, when I do the amazing readathon. We'll see. But I picked up Sunbringer by Hannah Kenner. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just pick up Godkiller now, since now I picked up this one. But this is book 2 in a series where somebody hunts gods. I don't know why I did this. I probably, next time I go back to the library, I'll probably just take it back. I don't know why I thought that would spur me to read Godkiller, because I really do want to read that one. But, again, Godkiller is the first one in I guess it's the Fallen Gods series, and Sunbringer is number 2. So Anyway, so I don't know why I did that. And then really quick, I talk so much. I said this video this time would be shorter. Yeah, it's not really happening that way. This week is just as long as last week. I did get the second, third, and fourth in the Kakuryou Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. This one, I read the first one on Sunday. I think it was Sunday I read all those. Anyway, so I wanted to continue. So those are those ones. I also got book 3 and 4 of the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting because I wanted to continue this one. So I got 2 more of those. And then I got one to try because I've heard about it on some people's channels recently. And I got the 1 and 2 of Cherry Magic. 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard. It just sounds funny that he becomes a wizard and he can read minds after he turns 30 and he's still a virgin, and then he finds out that somebody in his office that he likes or has, seen, it likes him. I don't know. Anyway, it sounds cute. So this is one I want to try. They were available, so that's why I got the first 2. And then again, this one I want to continue, and this I want to continue. Anyway, so that's my library haul. Way too much stuff. And then really quick, I did get some books that came in. Oops, I knew I was going to do that. I got my stuff from, sorry, I'm dropping stuff here, is Katie Robert. For her Patreon, I get books with the level that I'm at. So I got Blood on the Tide, which is the book 2 in the Crimson Sails series. So I'm looking forward to reading that one because I just read Hunt on Dark Waters and I did enjoy it quite a bit. It's not one of my favorites of her series. Like, it was a hard start for me. Like, I was having trouble because her world building needs to be a little tighter. So I'm hoping the second book will be, because now I know more about the world, it'll be easier, but we'll see what happens. And then also the Succubus Prize also came, which is the Deal with the Demon series. I don't know, is this book 5? I can't remember what number in the series it is. I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's 5, but I'm not positive. Anyway, so I have not read this one yet. I have the ebook already. I think it came out in April or something, but I just haven't had time. So these are both potentials for June that I can read because I have them and I like Katie Roberts. So we will see. So that's everything right now. I have no idea what I'm going to read right now. I don't know, pucking around is just not calling me. I don't think I want another contemporary. I am kind of looking to maybe start Necro Bane, book 2 in the Warden series, but I might go grab my book 1 and read the end again to kind of remind me. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's kind of it. So I'm surrounded by books and I have no idea what I'm gonna read. No idea. Anyway, so if I am making good decisions, I'll let you know tonight, or I'll let you know tomorrow if I continue. I don't know. I should not have got that many library books, and because I'm not going to get to read them all. And I have so many books that I own. Like, so this is the dilemma. This is why I've cut back on my library, but this last couple weeks have been bad for me. I've just let myself get a lot of library books. So good for my library. I really love, obviously, getting books there, but I need to read what I have, and then maybe later, once I get my TBR down, I can switch over. So anyway, Cooper is here waiting for me to have it in my lap. Truman is, yeah, he's over there watching my brother. He got a Traeger, so right now he's smoking it to burn off the stuff inside the Traeger, before you can use it the first time. Anyway, so that's all smoking out the back. Anyway, so that's it. Yeah, sorry again for the video gonna be so long. Let's see here, maybe I should cut this off because I think I'm at over an hour right now. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna come back and wrap the video up, and then we'll just we'll do the weekend edition of this. I don't know. I just talk too much. I just love talking to you guys. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I think we'll do that. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, it's only been like 25 minutes, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, do I want to read Necrobane, or do I want to go back and read, you know, do I want to pull out Poking Around, or do I want to try to go back to Second Right? And I'm like, what am I mood for? And I've decided I want to read this, but I looked at I started the big chapter, and it really does like begin right where the last book ended. And I read The Warden over a year ago. Really, really enjoyed it, and I got a copy of it after I read it from the library. So I read it from the library first. I've decided to reread this. So this one's just over 300 pages, and Necrobane is just under 300 pages. So I think I'm going to try to read them back to back. We'll see if I can do that. But I need to read Necrobane, I think by the 1st is when it's due, or a couple days out. I think it's around there. So I have to read this because I asked them to order it and get it, and it took like a month for me to get it from when it came out in April. So I need to read this, but I don't remember enough details to just jump in. And I think it's because I only read it once. And it is a book this is a series I do want to continue, and I do kind of think I want to reread this book. So I love this cover. I don't like the new covers, but I love this cover. Anyway, I wish I'd kind of kept to this format. Anyway, that's fine. Anyway, so I'm going to read this. So, in case you don't know, we're following Alice, I think that's how she says her name. Anyway, she is a warden, and she's sent to Lone Pine for her assignment after her graduation. And it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They haven't had anybody there for a while. And the place that she's supposed to stay is in ruins, and she has to deal with that and getting to know the townsfolk. They call this kind of a Twin Peaks cross with necromancy. So, I don't know if I would say it was quite Twin Peak weirdness, but there is, I would say small town stuff, normal small town stuff. And then, she has necromancy. And then there's something's going on in the background that we don't know what's really going on, because she's kind of on the edge of where things are safe. And then beyond that, it's not safe. So anyway, I think I'm going to pick this up. I really enjoyed this fantasy last year. It was not like a favorite. I might like it more on the second read. We will see. But I think I'm going to reread that. I may not read it. I mean, again, if I get to the point where I start skimming, then I won't count the read. I will just skim to points, and then I'll move on to the new book. But if I'm reading it like pretty closely, then I will count my pages, and I'll count that I've reread it. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to reread this, because it's as I said, it's just over 300 pages, and I remember parts, but I don't remember enough. And I think once I start reading it, I'll remember more. But I think I'm more attracted to rereading this before I read the next book. Boy, I hope that doesn't happen when the next book comes. I'm pretty sure this is going to be at least a trilogy. I'm not positive. I haven't heard that it's a duology, but I guess I don't want to get to the end of that one. I don't know anybody else who's read it, but I really enjoyed The Warden last year. I had fun. It wasn't perfect, and it wasn't the worst, or it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, not even close to the worst. So I really enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read, so I do want to read. I think I'm going to reread it. Yes, I don't need to reread things. I have enough stuff to read, but I think to get the most out of their new release, I'm going to reread this book. So, and I'm in a weird mood anyway, and I kind of that's where I was kind of thinking I was veering towards is, when that happens, I usually pick up a reread, and I was kind of fluctuating between this and another one that I've started that I need to finish. But I was like, I'll reread The Warden. So anyway, I'm going to close out the vlog here, because we are definitely over an hour. And I'm just going to then do a Friday, maybe a Friday through Monday, and then the next week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. There's how much I talk on here and what happens. I have some stuff going on this weekend with my family. Some of it I will show because it'll be interesting. But I think that's kind of it, I think, for now. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it's not as long as the last one, but I did have to cut out. I still only did it over like 5 days, and I talk so much. It's not like a lot of stuff happened, and I read quite a bit, because I think I can't even tell you what I read. I know I read quite a bit of manga, I think, on Sunday, and then I know I read, what else did I finish? Let's do a really quick recap if I can remember where I was at. I know I read... Oh, I'm in the wrong section of my... what do you call it? How I keep all my pages here. Let's hear. So I know I read... yeah, the Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting Volume 2, Flying Witch Volume 1. Oh, I can't turn the pages. This is not going well. Kakurio's Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Volume 1. Not the Witch You Wed by April Asher. Any Duchess Will Do by Tessa Dare is what I finished in these last few days. So that's kind of the wrap up. That was bad. Anyway, I'm going to close this out and try to get it uploaded for tomorrow. But I'm going to start my reread of The Warden by Danielle M. Ford. And I'm really looking forward to it because I do remember enjoying it. And I want to get back into the world before I start Necrobane. But I need to read Necrobane by the end of next week, I think. So I need to read it. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye.